Hello crochet lovers! Welcome back again to the channel where we learn to crochet step by step. Today we'll learn to do this stitch inspired by Moroccan tiles. I learned it thanks to Moogly, another crochet blog. I'll leave the link for you below in the description for this video. But I've made some variations in my style for this tutorial. I will use it to renew an old pillow that I had laying around in my house. But you can use it for the decoration project you prefer. You can also use it to make scarves or beanies. Let's begin! For our Moroccan stitch, we'll need at least two colors. An A color, a base one that will be the edge of the tiles, and then a B color, which is the one that gives more color and more personality to our project. In this case, it's green. So to begin, we'll make a slip knot. And then we'll make a number of chains, multiple of 3, that resembles a lot the width we want for our project. In this sample, I'll make 21 chains, but in my real project, which was the pillow, I did 51 chains for the width that I wanted. So when we have these chains ready, remember they are always a multiple of 3, we'll make 2 extra chains. And then we'll do 1 single crochet stitch in the second chain from the hook. Now we'll make 2 chains, and in the bottom part we'll skip 2 chains more. So we skip 1 and 2, and in the third one we'll make 1 single crochet stitch. Now we'll repeat this. 2 chains, we skip 2 chains in the bottom, and in the third one we make 1 single crochet. And we continue doing this sequence until we get to the end. The last single crochet must coincide with the last available chain. This would be my first row in color A. Now we'll release the hook and we'll mark this yarn so it doesn't get loose. And we'll go back to the other corner. We will do 2 forward rows and 2 backward rows. So for the second forward row, we'll bring in color B. Remember, that is the color we chose to give our project more personality. For that, we'll start with 3 chains, and in these holes, we'll make groups of 3 double crochet stitches. So in this first hole, we'll make 3 double crochet stitches. There we have our 3 double crochet stitches. That's what we call a group. After each group, we'll make 1 chain. And again, we make 1 group of 3 double crochet stitches in the next hole. And so on until we get to the other side. In all the holes, we must have 1 group separated always by 1 chain. Here we are on the other side. This is the last group we did. And here we'll remove the marker and retake the color A. For retaking color A, we simply yarn it over. And we pull it through the thread of color B. We tighten a little color B, and we're ready to work again with color A. Now we'll make 2 chains with color A. We twist our project, and we'll identify the single crochet in color A that we have 2 rows below, and there we'll make a V. A V-stitch is 1 double crochet, then 1 chain, and then 1 double crochet, all in the same hole. We'll ignore the color B row, like it didn't exist, and we'll work on those single crochet stitches. We do first 1 double crochet, then 1 chain, and after that, 1 double crochet on top of that single crochet stitch. And there we have our first V. So we'll work like this. In each available single crochet stitch, we'll do a V-stitch. We start with 1 double crochet. Remember, it is as if color B didn't exist. Then 1 chain, and then 1 double crochet stitch in the same stitch. We make 1 V in each single crochet. Here we've done the last V. And here, in this last single crochet, we'll do just 1 double crochet stitch. There, we finished the backward row in color A. This would be our backward row. We'll leave the hook, mark the yarn again so we don't lose it. And we go back to the other side to make the backward row in color B. We twist a little the project, and in the corner we insert the hook. We yarn over the color B, and we make 4 chains. And then we'll make a group in each hole of the V stitches. So in this first V, we make our group that were 3 double crochet stitches. And we'll always separate the groups by 1 chain. We go to the next V hole and we make another group of 3 double crochet stitches, and so on until we get to the other side. Be careful not to do the groups over the previous groups. We always have to see them in between. When we get to the end, we'll make 1 last chain. And here, where the yarn is in the marker, we'll do just 1 double crochet stitch. There, in the corner of color A. And we retake color A like we did before, passing the yarn through the color B yarn. Now, we make again 2 chains with color A, and that's how all color A rows will start from now on. And then making 1 V-stitch in each hole like the ones we see between groups. Here, this is the first mini hole. We do a V-stitch. That is 1 double crochet, a chain, and a double crochet in that first mini hole. Then we go to the next mini hole, and we make another V-stitch there. We keep going until the end of the row. When we get to the end, this is the last V, we make 1 double crochet in the corner of the color V, the previous one, so that the edge looks straight and flat. And then we just repeat the same instructions over and over until reaching the length of the project we want. So here we twist the project. We retake color V, we make our 4 chains, and we start 1 group in each V hole. 1 group and 1 chain. When we get to the other side, we retake color A, like we always do. And we keep going up. It should look like this. And if we want to switch colors, like I did here, to purple, we simply finish in a color A row. And instead of retaking color B, we bring in the new color we want. Here I'm pretending that yellow is my color V. And it's done. We start with our 4 chains of color V. We twist our project and we make a row of groups. We continue repeating color A rows and color B rows until reaching the length we want. When we wish to finish, we'll make a last row in color A. We'll start with the 2 chains, and now instead of a V, we'll just make 2 double crochet stitches in each mini hole. There we have those 2 double crochet stitches that form a more narrow V. After the 2 double crochet stitches, we'll make 1 chain. We go to the next mini hole, and there we make 2 double crochet stitches. And so we continue until the other side. And this would be our last color A row. If we want to make an edge, which is optional to make it look more homogeneous, we'll start with 1 chain. The edge will look like this. Remember to make 3 single crochets in each corner to make a nicer curve. When we finish the row, we'll close it up with a slip stitch in the first single crochet we did. And that's it, we have finished our edge. This is my real project. But before sewing into the pillow, I made these tassels. So I'll teach you to make an express mini tassel so you can make it if you want. For the express mini tassel, we just need yarn, scissors, and our hands. So we'll wrap the yarn in the wider part of our hand. 10 times, we'll make 10 rows. Here we'll cut in the bottom part. It will look a little bit like this. Now we'll use another piece of yarn, which is a little bit longer because it's the same piece we'll use to connect the tassel to our project. Now we'll make a knot in the central part, in the middle of that group of threads. It should look a little bit like this, like a mustache with the thread in the middle. We'll fold it and we'll put another thread here in this part, kind of to create a neck that separates the head and the body of our tassel. We will leave the yarn at the bottom like it is, and the thread that goes up has to be camouflaged inside the body of our tassel with the help of a wool needle. We just need to give it a little haircut. And our express mini tassel is ready. We can add some wood beads or another cool beads we have lying around in the house. And we pull it through inside our project with the help of our hook. We camouflage those threads and our tassel is ready to go. Now we just have to connect our project to the old pillow. I will use hemp to give it a more rustic style, but we can use the same yarn or any normal sewing thread. We will sew it from the edge of the pillow, but we can also sew it a little in the center if we want it to be more tightened. Here we just sew normally. And when we finish our pillow, it would be ready to decorate any corner of our home. I'm super happy to have discovered this stitch. I hope you liked it too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be updated of all news and tutorials from Crochet Lovers. And you can also check out some news at the Crochet Lovers Facebook page. See you next time, Crochet Lovers!